Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCGFAM show. Thanks for stopping by. It's our Thanksgiving week special editions. Not so much special with the first three shows, they're just regular shows, but we're gonna have a Thanksgiving show, Thanksgiving special, our first holiday special. It's very exciting. I have no idea what we're gonna do, so if you have any thoughts about what we should do, let me know in the comments. Oh, give me a little drink here. Getting a little dry throat. Okay. Back at it. So today, I said we were going to talk about Bluelab meters. So let's talk about Bluelab meters. Now, a lot of this would apply to any pH meter, and the reason we're doing this is because with Nectar for the Gods, you need to measure the pH. You just gotta. So we're going to go through this one. If you have thoughts or questions about other ones, you can throw that in the comments and we'll figure it out. But this is a pretty general how you do it. So let's just get started with the pen, the pH pen. This is an unboxing. Very exciting. Very exciting. So we'll pull it out of here, and what you get when you pull it out is there's some little envelopes in here. Set that down gently. What these are is some KCl fluid and some calibration, 7 and 4 calibration fluid. This is not a lot, so you're probably going to need to get extra, and they sell extra. So you get you one of these, and you're also going to need some KCl storage solution. We'll talk about that in a minute. Other than that, you just have the meter itself and some instructions, quick start guide. But they have on their website, and I shall put in the comments a link to this. You can print this out. It's a pretty nifty sheet, and this is what we're going to be going through today and tomorrow. Today we're going to go through this whole top part. Tomorrow we're going to go through the bottom part, which will actually be cleaning it and calibrating the meter. But we're just going through some handy tips today, and that kind of thing. So let's get started with that. The first tip is keep it clean. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Care of your meter. Don't break it. That's the biggest thing with your meter, of keeping care of it. So what you want to do, and they've got this all in the comments here on these little things up here, but I broke them down in some more organized fashion. Handle gently. Let me get my meter here. I'll show you this. So obviously it's an electronic device and you don't want to treat it harshly, but the thing that makes this work is that little glass ball in there. And don't touch it. Don't ever touch it. That little glass ball is fragile, so you don't want to be dropping this thing around. That's one thing. You don't want to put it in glass. That's another thing. So when you're doing your, swishing it around in water to clean it off or soaking it, that stuff, you want to use one of these little plastic cups. These come with a little kit here, and we'll cover that in a minute. But the plastic here on the ball doesn't hurt it. The glass, ting, 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 it could break. You could hit the edge, something, you break the ball. So don't do that. Keep the cap on when not in use. Another thing. So that little glass ball's in there. Caps on it, you can't get at it. Also, I didn't show you this, but inside there's a little receptacle where the glass ball goes into, and you fill that with the KCl solution to keep it moist and keep it clean. Don't touch the glass ball, which also ties in with the next one. Don't put the ball in oily stuff. So touching it with your oily fingers, putting it in oil, putting it in fats, things like that, messes it up, gets that stuff on there. You want to keep it clean because this KCl solution is actually forming a little film on there, and that film allows it to make the electrical connection with the stuff in the water so that it can read the pH. So that covers that. We don't have to go too far through that. Just don't break it. Be careful with it. Keep the cap on. Keep it moist. That's the next thing. Keep it wet. You got to keep the glass ball wet. So when you first get your meter, and this is a little tip when you first get your meter, this little thing is hard to get off. You might think it's broken. I can't get it off. But you just got to keep working it back and forth, side to side, and after you've had it for a while, it comes off a lot easier. So you get your meter, you pull that off, then what you want to do, set that down gently, is you get your KCl fluid. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use mine right here. And you fill this up quite a ways so you can submerge it in the KCl solution. And you take your meter and you put it in that for 24 hours so that it can get all coated with that stuff and get wet and ready to go. You also want to do that after any cleaning. So when you clean it, you want to do that. Now the next thing about the KCl and keeping it wet is once you have it moistened there is, I showed you that little receptacle in there. What you want to do is take your KCl and put, they say 3 to 5 drops in that little receptacle. Then you take your meter. It only goes in one way, so you put the string to the back. Put that down in there, and see it's all submerged in that fluid. That keeps it wet. Boy, we're moving right along, aren't we? We're going to be through this in no time. The next thing is what we're going to do tomorrow. Keep it clean and calibrated. So you want to clean, soak, and then calibrate every 30 days. We'll go through the whole procedure tomorrow, but for today, we're pretty much covered with all that except for this last thing. Never store, rinse, or soak your pH pen in reverse osmosis, distilled, or deionized water, because pure water changes the chemistry in the reference, causing the probe to die. Now, what they're talking about there is you don't want to leave it in that fluid, because obviously a lot of you use the RO water, but you're not taking your probe and like soaking it in that RO water for hours on end, because what happens there is the meter just gets confused, can't do its thing, gets nuts, and just keeps looking for electricity, doesn't find it, blows it up. So that's that. But the other thing too, a little side point to that, is for people that do use RO, deionized, or distilled water, you can use it to measure the pH of that water with your mixture in there, or if you want to get your baseline measurement before you've put anything in there, it's not going to read any pH. So what you need to do is take some of your nutrients, something like this, and just pour a little couple drops in there, just a little bit, that won't change the pH level of the water, but will give the water something that this can measure off of. So that's that, and I think that's the show for today. I think we've covered everything here. I'm excited. That was fun. We're going to take our meter, and tomorrow we're going to go through the whole process of using this little kit. I'll show you the kit. We'll do a little preview, a little spoiler alert here. The kit has some little containers in here, and some, that's not the one. Yep, that's it, probe cleaner. Has the probe cleaner, and it has a little brush here. And it's not just as simple as just brushing it off. There's a little bit to it. So we're going to go through all that. So that's the show for today. I hope you had fun. I hope you come back tomorrow. And then remember, Thanksgiving special. If you got any thoughts about what we should do then, let me know. And I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. For more information about anything on today's show, go to our website, OCGFAM.com. The OCG Fam Show, it's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.